Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Boo Boo, March 11th, he's going to Germany for a title shot, and he's gonna fight a guy he's already faced in the amateurs, and that's Jack Kukale for the WBA World Super Welterweight 154-pound title. I think this is good. Everything I've seen from Andrade lately is he's grinding, he's putting his road work in, his training in, and he's focused. He's focused on the fight. I love this. I think I told you guys several times, man. Andrade, I've watched him spar live, met the dude. He's too talented to be on the shelf, especially at his age. You know what I mean? And it sucks to see like undefeated fighters like Mikey Garcia, Andre Ward, Demetrius Andrade, and through promotional issues, lawsuits, injuries, all things not really associated directly with a fight, defeat a fighter in their career. You know what I'm saying? Like, no man has beat Andre Ward, Mikey Garcia, or Demetrius Andrade. Not no man ever in their life, but what I'm saying, in their pro careers. So you don't want to see them take losses or just away time. It'd be one thing if they got knocked out and had to take some time off or fell off, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So it sucks to see like side issues keep them out of the ring. So it's good to see Andrade back. Focus. He's been a lot more active on his social media and things. That clip you seen at the beginning, that was Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade sparring. I got that footage. That's an exclusive. Let me know what you guys think. He was sparring a Golden Boy. I think he's still signed to Golden Boy. His name is Rashidi Ellis, who has a fight coming up. He's undefeated, 17-0, 12 knockouts, 5'9". His nickname is Speedy, and he's 23 years old. He has a fight coming up April 20th. Boo Boo has a fight March 11th, again in Germany against Jack Kukale. And from what I understand, they've sparred a lot in the past and stuff like that. And he fights at welterweight. Speedy Ellis fights at welterweight. Good frame, 5'9", and he has a 71% knockout ratio. He's from Massachusetts, so not too far from, I guess, where Demetrius Andrade is, Rhode Island. So I want to know what you guys think about Demetrius Andrade. I think there's a lot of action, and I want to make this follow-up video to show you guys the sparring, but also talk about the 154-pound division. Now, a guy he called out, Andrade called out Jermall Charlo and Jermell Charlo, right? But Jermall, he can't make the weight anymore. He's a big dude, tall guy. He's moving up to 160, so he's kind of out of the question right now. But Andrade could still target the Charlo versus Charles Hatley winner. That card, to my understanding, got pushed back. It was supposed to be a Showtime doubleheader with Jermell Charlo versus Charles Hatley, which is a good Texas, Dallas versus Houston. And then Gary Russell Jr. was supposed to fight his mandatory, just like Charlo's fighting his mandatory Hatley. And it was going to be on the same card. Gary Russell Jr.'s mandatory Escandon got hurt, some kind of injury. So that fight card, to my understanding, has been pushed back. So I don't know when it'll happen, but Andrade has his own fight to worry about March 11th, so it doesn't really hurt a potential Charles Hatley or Charlo Hatley, Charles Hatley versus Charlo. That's confusing, Charles and Charlo. Charlo in charge? No, it doesn't prevent anything, you know what I mean? So there's still time. Erislandy Lara, I don't know what he's got going on, but I mean he's way better than guys like Yuri Foreman. I knew he was gonna pound Yuri Foreman. Pause. But the good thing is Lara was more impressive in doing so. Like, you know what I mean? He got the stoppage, nasty uppercut, and Foreman had no legs. So I like how he got more aggressive. Now, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not one of those people that just say this guy is a runner or this and that. But Erislandy Lara, I think he has respectable power where he could stop probably more people. And the thing that turns some people off with Lada's style is even when he has a dead man in front of him, he still might be kind of complacent and in cruise control. And I think the perfect recent example was when he fought against Delvin Rodriguez. I mean, clearly Rodriguez had lost to Austin Trout. He had lost to Cotto. Cotto came off of a loss to Trout, came back and smoked Delvin Rodriguez in like 3 rounds, easy work, and stopped him. And Cotto's not even the biggest 54-pounder, to be honest. He's bigger than like maybe a Mayweather, but he's not bigger than all the Charlos and stuff like that. So Cotto, with his style, was able to stop Delvin Rodriguez inside of like 3 rounds. Lara was beating up on Rodriguez, but I think he should have pushed the pedal to the metal. And I think that's where it comes in with Demetrius Andrade. He knows when to make those executive decisions. I don't know if it's a mentality thing. I don't know if it's just his style in general, but he knows when to put his foot on the gas, when to box smart. He knew he got knocked down by Vanos Matarosin. So Demetrius Andrade, he just got back to pure boxing, just boxing, using his slickness and his stealthy footwork and stuff like that. But against a much taller Willie Nelson with power and an amateur pedigree, he came out the gates aggressive, and I think he got a knockdown in the first 2 rounds, within the first 2 rounds, maybe round 1, I don't remember the exact round number, and he was aggressive pretty much that whole fight, but he was still being mindful of his defense. And that's the dangerous thing about a guy like Demetrius Andrade. He could be right in front of you, have a better defense than, let's say, a Brandon Rios or Ruslan Provatnikov, but he has a defense, but he's still in the pocket and he's still countering, and he's a southpaw and he's tall. So it's just he's going to be a handful for all the top guys, and I think that's what makes it. He has, to me, Andrade kind of has the whole package because, pause, but Andrade has the complete package as a fighter because he can be aggressive, he could just be slick, he can mix it up. To me, that's what a complete fighter can do. And some people don't, they're so used to calling names and not really analyzing the fight game. But Floyd Mayweather's the same way. He's a complete fighter. I've seen him fight guys aggressively. He fought Cotto flat-footed and aggressive. Maidana flat-footed and aggressive. He fought spots with Pacquiao. Everyone just says runner because they see some movement in there. That's not what a runner is. You know what I'm saying? And even the Pacquiao fought, he got Pacquiao's attention early with, like, he was bombing on him with rights and stuff like that. You got to know how to break down the sweet science and things like that. So to me, that's what a complete fighter does. I love watching Erislandy Lara. I don't have a problem with him, but in spots in certain fights, I think Erislandy Lara is kind of complacent, and he needs to put his foot on the gas to really take a stand. Like, even in the Canelo fight, I gave it to him by a round or 2, but Canelo made a strong case because he was ripping Erislandy Lara's body, And Lara wasn't really taking any stands once Canelo started digging to his body. He just kind of was more in retreat mode and evasive. And you still got to take, you got a pot shot. Like, that's the funny thing is, people say this about Floyd Mayweather. I never seen a round where Floyd Mayweather just is really not doing, maybe the 12th if he's like giving it away because he knew he beat the person's ass and clearly won. All he has to do is not get knocked out. That's like a throwaway round. But Floyd, even though he's economical, he's still hitting you with precision shit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't just like retreat and get on his bike and you know what I'm saying? And that, even when he was hurt by Shane Mosley, he didn't even get on his bike. He took a stand. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to boxing, and they don't know how to break down this sport. Everything is running. If you see a guy running or using legs, it's running. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. But the criticism with Lara, I could understand it a lot more than what I've seen from Floyd Mayweather in fights and not Edeslandi Lara, but Terrence Crawford, because their movement to me is more with the purpose. Like, they use their real estate to frustrate their opponent, like Victor Postal, but they're still attacking, they're still countering. Sometimes Lara will abandon his offense in form of a retreat or in form of using his legs, and you don't really see that. You know what I mean? But Lara's a good fighter. I'd love to see the rematch from the amateurs. Let me know what you guys think of Demetrius Andrade Sparring. He is currently enrolled in VADA testing and still undefeated, 70% knockout ratio. He has 23 fights. Boo Boo is back. He just has to handle business March 11th against Jack Kukule, who definitely wants to get his revenge. Let me know what you think and who can beat Demetrius Andrade. Obviously, if Demetrius Andrade has a couple of signature wins like Jamal Charlo's win over Julian J-Rock Williams, if he has a couple of those types of performances, then he might end up moving up to 160 himself. And I think it's a great backstory if he fights Jermell Charlo, and if he beats him, then that sets up a future fight versus Jermall Charlo. So a lot of options. Another option you would have to consider is new champion Jared Swift Hurd. He became IBF champion. I thought he was losing a fight. I don't know. Shout out to my dude Jared Swift Hurd. This is no shade, but this is just my honest assessment. He did what he had to do versus Tony Harrison, but he was getting outboxed in that fight early. But much respect for him turning it on and getting Harrison, you know what I mean, a weak spot and knocking him down and closing the show. But I don't know if they would want, I don't know if Team Swift would want a fight with a guy like Demetrius Andrade straight away, considering that they were getting outboxed by Tony Harrison. Not that Tony Harrison, he can scrap, he can box. I don't know about his chin, because, you know what I mean, I think both of his losses he was stopped. Willie Nelson stopped him, a guy that Demetrius Andrade like pretty much dominated, and he got stopped recently versus Jared Swift Hurd. But I would love to see it, you know what I mean, see what Swift Hurd is made of. I don't know if his team would want a Boo Boo fight right away, but I don't know. You also have Erickson Lubin, who's fighting on the Garcia Thurman card. He doesn't really have a belt, so I don't know that Andrade would really be pushing for a fight like that. But maybe, you know what I mean, if he becomes a champion, even though Lubin doesn't have a belt, I think he's like a step away from being a mandatory to somebody's belt. If he beats this Kota guy, then he's in line for a title shot. So most likely I can't see Erickson Lubin, his team, pushing for a Boo Boo fight unless that's the belt that they're in line for getting. You know what I mean? If Andrade beats Kukule, I don't know. I got to do a little bit of research there. But my point being is there's some action at 54. Even with Jermall and Canelo leaving the division, you still got some action. Comment on the sparring that you seen earlier in this video and let me know, does Kukule have a chance if you watched him, or will it be a repeat from the amateurs? Drop that in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.